Good day, beautiful soul family, and welcome back to On Another Level. So today, the scripture that I have is from, I pray as a divine spirit, what's a scripture? Because I just want a scripture that I want this for me, okay? Because I make it a point to pray and to meditate and to read divine spirit's words. You know, when you are, the Vice Spirit is telling me to say this. So much is intertwined with computers so that we can become dependent on computers. It is about understanding spirit and matter and how they're merged together. But what mankind would want you, or not mankind, but the world would want you to be matter mixed with electronics and the AI. Divine Spirit was telling me that the AI is really, in my last video I was going to tell you what my son was telling me, and he says that of course Divine Spirit speaks, let us know, gives us a download that everything the world does is a mimic. And so what's so interesting is that my oldest son was saying that everything Satan does is a knockoff. Ain't that beautiful? But it's truth. Satan gives off knockoffs. For those who are so into the labels, you don't want knockoffs. But yet, you take what Satan gives you, you sell your soul for it. All Satan can give is knockoffs, mimics, right? Mimics. I don't know why I didn't think of it, but of course, my beautiful son was telling me, all Satan gives is knockoffs. It's there to tempt you. But see, what's so interesting, the Divine Spirit was telling me that love doesn't tempt, doesn't need to tempt. You see, that's all an aspect of coming against your will, right? So love doesn't need to come against your will. Love doesn't need to come against your will because love is truth. Love is beautiful. Love is, right? And so Satan mimics and gives knockoffs. Satan lies. Satan is the father of lies. Satan doesn't know how to tell the truth. The Divine Spirit was telling me that this is why Satan can't create. Satan can't create because in order to create is original. And you can't create things of longevity and that of which is infinite if it's a lie. If it's a knockoff. It's so sad, but maybe materialistic people in this world be like, wait a minute, I don't want knockoffs. Divine Spirit is telling me, even within yourself, as you choose to be a template, you yourself are a knockoff, right? When you choose to go in a direction that is not according to your purpose, that is beautifully and wonderfully made and tailored for you, but you would rather take a knockoff. You would rather take something that has no longevity and an expiration date, but what Divine Spirit gives you is infinite. And so, whatever Divine Spirit gives you is everlasting. It doesn't fade. Because what Divine Spirit gives you, the gifts and the blessings, are even obedient to Divine Spirit. Remember, nothing returns back void. So I asked for a beautiful scripture for myself for today. I got John 16:3, John 3:16. Actually, the first one that Divine Spirit was telling me was John 3:16. And so I was like, let's go and play with this. So John 3:16, and then John 16:3, and then I went for John 9:16. Divine Spirit is telling me a beautiful prophetess said to look into anywhere in the scriptures where it says 9:16. I heard it this morning. So, and then I said, well, Divine Spirit, what scripture do you have for me? And so we're going to read those scriptures, okay? So first let's go to John 3:16. I already opened it up to it. If you have your lovely Bible, whether it's, really the Divine Spirit is telling me, listen. And I got this message right when I started it, and I don't want to go too long. But the paper that the word is printed on, and you're going into the Bible, it can't be deleted. Divine Spirit is telling me, just like a grandmother will cook in a certain way and use certain pots in a certain way, and we came to understand that as we continue to grow, there are so many different ways of making certain different meals, right? But Divine Spirit is saying, just as your ancestors went into the Bible and turned the pages, utilizing those fine motor skills. You see, the world wants you to get codependent on computers. They don't want you to be codependent upon God. When you're codependent upon God, Divine Spirit, Yahweh, you are going to use your fingers, because we are beautifully and wonderfully made. We don't need things. We don't need an aid. We don't need a crutch to live. Divine Spirit was telling me some days ago, or probably yesterday, I think it was this morning, about reset. The reset. And that reset is about, if you are codependent upon computers go obsolete. And if you put all of your stuff into computers, what happens when a computer is reset? That means all that information is gone. But when you write it down on paper and brought out in Isaiah 60, write it down. It may take some time, but that's all about process, and that's the beauty in it. But when you write it down, you'll be able to hold on to it. You're utilizing your fine motor skills to write it down. You're utilizing your fine motor skills. You're utilizing that of which is you. And in that sense, you're relying on Divine Spirit, because Divine Spirit made you in such a beautiful and wonderful way. So here in John 3:16, here it says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." You see, Satan wants to come against you. What does Satan do? Steal, kill, and destroy. You see, in all the people that worship Satan, that's what they do: steal, kill, and destroy. Steal, kill, and destroy. But Divine Spirit says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have." Shall not die, but have. Shall not be destroyed, but have. What? Everlasting life. John 16:3. John 16:3. John 16:3 says, "And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me." They come against you. They still kill and destroy because they don't know of me. It's hard to know of love and know that love is within you and come against somebody else. Let's go to John chapter 9:16. John chapter 9:16 says, "Therefore said some of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, because he keepeth not of the Sabbath day. Others said, How can a man that is a sinner do such miracles? And there was a division among them." See, those people that will come upon you, those people that come against you, they will be divided amongst themselves. Now that, I think, is interesting, because divide is to conquer. The Vice Spirit was telling me that there are people who come against you, and because they don't know of God, they will come against you. But guess what? They're about vengeance. So it's like the snake eating its own tail. It will come against themselves, and those who are once in unity to come against you will be divided. Beautiful soul family. That's because they don't know of God. And so they don't have everlasting life. Beautiful soul family, this is what the Vice Spirit has showed me. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful day. Shalom, peace. I leave you with peace. I leave you with light. And I leave you with love. Have a wonderful day.